Adam. the dawn, a new day is born. So I'll say good night, sweetheart. Sleep will banish sorrow. Good night, sweetheart, till we meet tomorrow. Dreams enfold you, in them, dear, I'll hold you. Good night, sweetheart, good night.
London pride has been handed down to us. London pride is a flower that's free. London pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Whoa, Liza, see the Costa barrows, the vegetable narrows, and the fruit piled high. Oh, Liza, little London sparrows, Covent Garden market where the costers cry. Cockney feet mark the beat of history. Every street pins a memory down. Nothing ever can quite replace the grace of London town. There's a little city flower every spring unfailing, growing in the crevices by some London railing. Though it has a Latin name, in town and countryside, we in England call it London pride. London pride has been handed down to us. London pride is a flower that's free. London pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Hey, lady, when the day is dawning, see the policeman yawning on his lonely beat. Gay lady, Mayfair in the morning, hear your footsteps echo in the empty street. Early rain and the pavements glistening, all Park Lane in a shimmering gown. Nothing ever could break or harm the charm of London town. In our city darkened now, street and square and crescent, we can feel our living past in our shadowed present. Ghosts beside our starlit Thames, who lived and loved and died, keep throughout the ages London pride. London pride has been handed down to us. London pride is a flower that's free. London pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Grey city, stubbornly implanted, taken so for granted for 1,000 years. Stay city, smokily enchanted, cradle of our memories, our hopes and fears. Every blitz, your resistance toughening, from the Ritz to the Anchor and Crown. Nothing ever could override the pride of London town.
Glasses on, but I don't know these, and I'm getting old. I've got to wear glasses now, so I've got to do something. This next lot of songs we are making a record of, so play up at it. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Bang, 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 bang goes the farmer's gun. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Young rabbit, run, rabbit, run.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's quiz. Hello. Sorry for the slightly later sharing of the link today. Had a few technical problems, but they all seem to be sorted now. So thank you all for coming. Hopefully you can all see me and hear me. Got a bit of a lag today, so if you can just let me know, I'd appreciate it. And again, I know you can't see me yet because I've got a little preview of what you guys are seeing, and I've only just appeared on screen, so. Terrific. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Millie. Appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so today is going to follow the same route that we followed for the last 4 weeks. We're going to have 6 rounds of questions. We'll go through them 2 rounds at a time. So I'll give you 2 rounds of questions, followed by 2 sets of answers. We're going to have a brief pause today, shortly before 9 o'clock. I'll pause the stream so that everyone can join in with the singing of We'll Meet Again and watch the Queen's speech if they wish to do so. I think on that basis, I think we're probably ready to go. So if you're all ready, I'm ready. I've got my beer. Everything's good. And I think we'll get started. So far, 46 people here. That's great. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. And if you are all ready, let's begin. Okay, so round 1, when we get there, is all about VE Day. I couldn't let the occasion pass without making a comment on it. I'm even wearing my army, it's over here, my army shirt from my Sandhurst day. So thank you, Serena, again. Had a brilliant time. So there are going to be 10 questions. There's 1 point per question. And again, I'll pause at the end of each slide. Anything you need repeated, just let me know. No problem at all. Happy to go back and forward as needs be. So, question number 1. On January 10th, 1943, Franklin Delano Roosevelt became the first US president to visit another country in wartime to attend a conference. Where was that conference held? So the conference that occurred on the 10th of January 1943, where was that conference held? Oh, and also just want to let everyone know that when we get to 9 o'clock and there's the sing-along, I will not be singing live on stream. You don't need to hear that. Question number 2. Who sang the famous war anthem, We'll Meet Again? Bit of a gimme at the moment. So who sang the famous war anthem, We'll Meet Again? Question number 3. On which 2 Japanese cities were atomic bombs dropped? So on which 2 Japanese cities were atomic bombs dropped? Yes, space beer. Slightly transparent. Okay. Go on to the next set of questions. Question number 4. Match the plane to the name. So I'm going to show you 3 pictures of planes and give you the names of 3 planes. I want you to match them up. Here they are. So we have an Avro Lancaster, a Hadley Page Halifax, and a B-17. A, B, and C. So which one matches the names? The easiest way to do it would be A is which of these, B is which of these, and C is which of these. Just have a quick look at your comments. Jim Dawes, I accidentally logged on just as this started with much swearing. Good to see you, Jim. Glad you're here. Okay, question number 5. How old was the then Princess Elizabeth at the end of World War II? So at the end of World War II, how old was Princess Elizabeth? Now, obviously, the Queen. Question number 6. Who was the oldest of the big three? Stalin, Churchill, or Roosevelt? So who was the oldest of the three? Quick maths time, says Emma. Absolutely, always time for quick maths. I see there's now another 10 people here from when just before I started, so I'll say for everyone else as well, I will pause at 9 o'clock to so everyone can join in with the sing-along and watch the Queen's speech if they wish. Susie asks, what am I drinking? Looks like WKD. It's just Beck's, but because the bottle is green, it goes a little bit transparent. So you can see the slides through. Okay, I'll move on to our next set of questions. Question number 7. Which company produced the Spitfire? Was it Bolton, Avro, Hawker, Supermarine, or Rockwell? So which one of these 5 companies produced the Spitfire? Bolton, Avro, Hawker, Supermarine, or Rockwell? Emma thought it was Listerine. Anything to get me through the day, Emma? Okay, question number 8. US President FDR called the day of the Pearl Harbor attack a date that will live in infamy. What date was it? The US President FDR called the day of the Pearl Harbor attack a date that will live in infamy. What date was it? Number 9. Who was Britain's monarch on VE Day in 1945? So who was Britain's monarch on VE Day in 1945? Again, I'll pause here. Okay, just one more question left in this round. Question number 10. I like this type of question. Name the year when all of these events occurred. The surrender at Stalingrad marks Germany's first major defeat. Frank Sinatra debuted on radio's Your Hit Parade. The Americans won a victory at Guadalcanal. Neil Coward's comic play Present Laughter premiered in London. Vidkun Quisling was made Norwegian Premier. American and British invasion of Sicily occurred. Mick Jagger, Ben Kingsley, Colin Baker, John Denver, Cilla Black, Tony Blackburn, and John Major were all born in this year. So name the year when all of these events occurred. And if you're ready, we'll move on to round 2. Buzz, buzz. Okay. I assume we're all happy with the round. I don't see any comments coming in. So let's get ready for round 2. Oh, Jim would like question 8 again. Yep, no problem, Jim. Here you go. Question 8 was US President FDR called the day of the Pearl Harbor attack a date that will live in infamy. What date was it? Okay, I'm going to lead us on to round 2. Round 2. What happened next? You can tell by the change in attire, this is a sports round. I'm sure they've got people out there who are cheering at the sight of West Ham shirt. I'm sure there are people who are jeering as well. Thank you, Dad, for the loan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 10 clips from famous sporting events, and I want you to tell me what happened next. So, if you're ready, we will get going. Come on, you irons, says Jill. Oh, Sam, you said number 4. We'll come back to it in a minute. We'll go through this round first. Because there are 10 clips, what I'll do is I'll play the first 5, we'll pause, see if you've got anything to say, and then we'll carry on to the final 5. So, here we go. If you're ready, this is clip number 1.
In his Manchester United career, Eric Cantona is sent off. Alan Wilkie is the referee, but it was the advice of the linesman Eddie Walsh which helped him.
That was clip 1. What happens next? Tell me what happens next. Well, not in the chat. Write it down, and I'll show you the answer afterwards. Okay, so moving on to clip number 2.
Adesso invece è il primo degli umani.
Tanto vediamo lo scalzo.
That was clip number 2. Short one. What happens next? What happens next? Okay, moving on to clip number 3.
Fury, you can hear him grunting with effort as he unloads.
What happens next? That was clip 3. Again, once we've got through the first 5, if you want any of them repeated, just let me know. Okay, clip number 4. That was clip 4. Going on to clip number 5. So clip number 5. That was clip 5. If you would like any of those repeated, let me know in the comments. Just tuned into the sports round. This is my kind of quiz. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I've saddled now, Robin. I've worn the shirt. I've worn lots of West Ham shirts in my time. I used to get birthday cards from the team every year. Okay, if anyone would like any of 1 through 5 repeated, let me know now. Andrea says, sport! Rah! Yeah, Andrea, that is very much my opinion as well. Oh, it's Mark! Hi, Mark. I was thinking Stoker, 1987. Probably, I mean, it's probably related to Paul, but 87? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, hi, Mark. Good to see you. So we've got 5 again, the boxing one. Apparently, Mark is a Man City fan. Get him. Number 3. And the boxing. Okay, fine. Let me see what I can do. Oh. Yeah, 3. Okay. So let me go back to the boxing one, which was 3. Excellent. Clip 3.
Fury, you can hear him grunting with effort as he
What happens next? So I see a 3 and a 5 again. So that was 3. And I'll play 5 again in a second. So this is clip 5. That was clip 5. Okay. I think we're probably ready. We can move on to the second set of clips. I'll give you a few more moments just to object if I've read that wrong. I think we're happy. Right, I think we're good. So I'm going to move us on to clip number 6. That was clip 6. Okay, moving on to clip number 7.
The pole vault in, we have Borges from Cuba, whose both groups are up to 5:35 now. Automatic qualifying is 5 meters 70.
So what happens next? Moving on to clip number 8. What happens next? Okay, clip number 9.
18 times here at Crufts. Tremendous record. Works on the
What happens next? Only one left. Jim says I should have pink Mr. Spock ears on your headphones. Yeah, I probably should. Right, we will move on to our last one. Clip number 10.
The 43-year-old provided one of the most memorable moments in the event's 20-year history. On day 2, Austin pulled his tee shot into the hazard at the short par 4 14th. This is when things got interesting.
But how did they get interesting? What happens next? Okay, if you need any repeated again, anyone from 6 through 10, or even 1 through 5 again, I don't mind. It's absolutely fine. Just let me know and I can go back and play them again. Oh, Lottie, good to see you here. 8 and 9 again, no problem, will do. Susie would like 6, yep. 6, 8 and 9. Six, 8 and 9, yep, that's fine. Okay, we're going to start on those. 6, 8 and 9, looks like that's consistent. Okay, so clip number 6, first of all. This was clip 6. Oop, no it wasn't. This was clip 6. That was clip 6. I think you guys can probably pick up the alerts there. Apologies for that. Okay, and clip 8. Clip 8. That was clip 8. Finally, clip 9.
18 times here at Crufts. Tremendous record. Works on the
That was clip 9. Okay, any others? They'd like a 10. That's fine. I can do 10. Okay, I think 10, and then we're probably set. So, clip 10 was...
The 43-year-old provided one of the most memorable moments in the event's 20-year history. On day 2, Austin pulled his tee shot into the hazard at the short par 4 14th. This is when things got interesting. There's a request for 6 again. Okay, I'll do 6 once more. So, 6. Up 6. I think we're probably set there. So providing everyone is happy, we'll move on to the answers for rounds 1 and 2. Okay, I think we're good.
Mark asks, is this some sort of sorcery? I can't get my head around how you're doing it. I'll very happily talk it all through at the end if you want to hang around. Actually, now I think about it, Serena and Sean, do you still want to have a look at how I do all this at the end? I'm very happy to talk you through it all. Okay, let's move on to the answers. So for round 1, our VE Day round. On January 10th, 1943, FDR became the first US president to visit another country in wartime to attend a conference. Where was that conference held? You'll know it when you hear it. Casablanca. Casablanca was that conference in January 1943. Others followed, but Casablanca was the first. Who sang the famous war anthem, We'll Meet Again? Of course, it's Vera Lynn. And in about half an hour, probably all of us. Question 3. On which 2 Japanese cities were atomic bombs dropped? The atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay, question 4. Match the plane to the name. So here are our 3 planes, and here are our 3 names. The way it works out is like this. So A is the B-17, B is the Avro Lancaster, C is the Halifax. My granddad was a tail gunner in Halifaxes, so it's a bit special to me, the Halifax. Had to include it, absolutely had to. Question 5. How old was the then Princess Elizabeth at the end of World War II? She was 19. How was your quick maths, Emma? Did you get it? Question 6. Who was the oldest of the big 3 of Stalin, Churchill or Roosevelt? It was Churchill. He was born in 1874. Stalin wasn't born until 4 years later, 1878. And Roosevelt was born in the 1880s. And I've forgotten the exact year. Okay. Question 7. Which company produced the Spitfire? So of these companies, which one produced the Spitfire? It was Supermarine. It was the Supermarine Spitfire. Originally developed as a seaplane combination thing, but then became a straight fighter. So, question 8. US President FDR called the day of the Pearl Harbor attack a date that will live in infamy. What date was it? It was, of course, December 7th, 1941. December 7th, 1941. Question 9. Who was Britain's monarch on VE Day 1945? It was George VI. George VI. Oh, it's a question from Jim for question 4. Is that 3 points or 1? It's just 1 point. Just 1 point. Oh, Jim asks, is Sarah Glennie here? I'm sure she'll appreciate a shout out. Hi, Sarah. Sarah is definitely here. She's playing with Shelley upstairs. That sounds, not great. She's Skyping with Shelley upstairs. And I would never question your math skills, Emma. Wouldn't dream of it. Okay, final question for round 1. Question number 10. Name the year when all of these events occurred. These all occurred in 1943. 1943 is the answer for round question 10. Okay, I'm going to pause there, have a look at your comments. Oh, 1 day out, Jim. Unlucky. Okay. Providing your... It's 10 out of 10 for Susie's team. Well played. There's clearly a equal history buff there. Crikey, that's going to give you a strong advantage there, Susie. Well played indeed. 8 out of 10 for the Monktons. Well played. Good score. Right, let's move on to the answers to round 2, which was our what happens next round. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip and you'll see what happens next. So clip 1.
In his Manchester United career, Eric Cantona is sent off. Alan Wilkie is the referee, but it was the advice
I actually
of
remember
the
this one.
linesman Eddie Walsh, which helped him.
Here he goes.
Oh, what's going on here?
It was Cantona's Kung Fu Kick.
Oh, this is outrageous.
Where he attacked a member of the audience who had been in. I don't know the detail that much. I'm sure other people will fill me in the comments shortly. So it was his Kung Fu Kick. Clip 2.
E adesso invece è il primo degli umani.
Tanto vediamo lo scalzo. Ah, mamma mia!
Mamma mia!
No, questa
yes,
poi
Usain Bolt was run over by the Segway of the cameraman. He was okay, obviously. Clip number 3. With our boxing one.
Fury, you can hear him grunting with effort as he unloads. Yes, we call on there.
Slow motion, there you go. He punches himself in the face. Punches himself in the face. Clip 4. This was quite long, so I've trimmed it a bit. So this is where the change comes in. His dad came rushing. He dived past loads of different attendants who didn't want him being there, and he helped him across the finish line. That was at the Barcelona Olympics. So clip 5.
And the former AC Milan and Barcelona striker wasn't done with there, scoring a 4th in added on time. Hart's header never looked good enough, but he didn't bank on the incredible improvisation and skill
scored
from
with an
Ibrahimovic.
incredible bicycle kick. Past the 90th minute. For the point, you don't necessarily need the name. Just if you knew it was a bicycle kick, I'd accept that. Clip 6. This is at West Ham. Watch closely, the camera pans, and it pans because there's a pitch invader. He comes running on, and he takes the free kick. Easily saved, but the audience clearly loved it. Clip 7.
The pole vault in, we have Borges from Cuba.
This was at the 2012 Olympics in London.
Both groups are up to 5:35 now. Automatic qualifying is 5 meters 70. Oh my word, look at that. The pole snapped.
His pole snapped.
And he's come out of that unscathed.
Move on to clip 8. Wimbledon. So clip number 9, Crufts.
18 times here.
Lovely doggy.
At Crufts, tremendous record. Works on the
Great quote here.
estate, the Barlow estate in North Wales. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh dear.
Yeah. The dog does a poo.
We got anything? And right in front of the red seats.
Yeah, at Crufts, the dog stopped. Do a quick poo. So clip number 10. Our final one, our golf one.
The 43-year-old provided one of the most memorable moments in the event's 20-year history. On day 2, Austin pulled his tee shot into the hazard at the short par 4 14th. This is when things got interesting.
Oh, Austin trying to get it out of the water. Oh my gosh.
He fell face first into the water hazard.
Team. In all the years, I've never seen anything like that.
The odds were very slim. You don't ever want to concede the hole without really playing the hole.
At least he tried. At least he tried. Here is a summary of what all those answers were. Add up your scores and let me know how you've got on. Audience, not crowd. I don't know. I'm not good at good. 5 out of 10 for the Monktons. 6 out of 10 for Team Chewy. Well played. 7 out of 10. That's a good score. That's a good score. Only 5 for Susie's team. Oh no, Susie, after your clean sweep in the first round. 6 out of 10 for the Serious Professional squad. 7 out of 10 for the Edmondses. That's a good score. Some sports fans there. Excellent. Well played, everyone. Okay, we'll move on to our next round. 8 out of 10 for the Cahills. Wow, that is really good. Very well done indeed. Right, round 3 is all about my favourite subject, Star Trek. Costume change required. So, this is a standard questions round. So, we're going to have 10 questions. There's 1 point per question. Oh, 5 for us in round 2, says Emma Lacey. Thank you, Emma. 2 and 7 for Emma Bredson's team. 7 in the sports round. That's very good. And we are team lockdowners. Stuart, Serena, Paul, Steve, and other halves and girls. Hello to you all. Thank you all for being here. Oh, that is a good point. My dad has just pointed out that it is 10 to 9. This is actually probably a good point at which to pause so people can join in the singing and see the Queen's speech. So I will pause here, and once the Queen's speech is over, I will come back. I'm going to leave this just how it is. So don't worry, it's all going to be here when you come back. And hopefully I'll see you all in a little bit. Actually, that has just reminded me. I have made ready, just to make this a little bit easier for people. I don't know if you happen to be hanging around, but if so, here are the lyrics to Vera Lynn's We'll Meet Again. So, if that helps, it's there and it'll be waiting for you.
his life while he can. He proves to all the ladies he's a soldier and a man. He sticks out his chest, 2 pillars in his vest, a bolster under his rotunda, our sergeant major. His medals break our hearts, he won them playing darts. And while competing, who was cheating? Our sergeant major is far away the worst friend we've ever had. When he's far away, well, we're mighty glad. In the canteen bar, you know what sergeants are. When we've passed out, who's the last out? Our sergeant major. He's got a raucous voice, his language isn't choice. In clink we'd shove him, how we love him. Our sergeant major, his weight about he'll throw. The wicked so-and-so, who'd even smother his own mother. Our sergeant major is far away the worst friend we've ever had. When he's far away, well, we're mighty glad. Our bugler goes his rounds, and when the bugle sounds, for everlasting, who's he blasting? Our sergeant major. Recruits just tremble in their boots. He calls them slackers who's gone crackers. Our sergeant major, his feet fill up the road, knock-kneed and pigeon-toed. We'd sooner shoot him than salute him. Our sergeant major is far away the worst friend we've ever had. When he's far away, well, we're mighty glad. The mascot goat we own, so big and fat has grown, wild and warlike, it's far more like our sergeant major.
Have you seen the well-to-do upon Lenox Avenue, on that famous thoroughfare, with their noses in the air, high hats and colored collars, white spats and $15, spending every dime for a wonderful time? If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem flits, putting on the Ritz, spangled gowns upon the bevy of high browns from down the levee, all misfits, putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes, every Thursday evening with her swell bows, rubbing elbows. Come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits, putting on the Ritz.
Boys, look at that man putting on that Ritz. You look at him, I can.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem flits, putting on the Ritz, spangled gowns upon the bevy of high browns from down the levee, all misfits, putting on that certain Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes, every Thursday evening with her swell bows, rubbing elbows. Come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits, putting on the Ritz.
Off the train, the smile in your eyes like the sun after rain. To mark the occasion we went out to dine. Remember the laughter, the music, the wine, that drive in the taxi when midnight had flown. Then breakfast next morning, just we two alone. You had to go, the time was so short. We both had so much to say. Your kit to be packed, the train to be caught. Pardon me for crying, but I just felt that way. And now you have gone, dear, this letter I pen. My heart travels with you till we meet again. Keep smiling, my darling, and someday we'll spend a lifetime as sweet as that lovely weekend. Keep smiling, my darling, and someday we'll spend a lifetime as sweet as that lovely weekend.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowin' reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot-a-toot, he blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a buzz bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump ahead to the bar. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Toot 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 da toot da toot toot. He blows it 8 to the bar. He can't blow a note if the bass and guitar isn't with him. The company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Sleep with Boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know how he plays. When someone gives him a beat, he really breaks it up. When he plays reveille, he's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Da 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 Company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. There was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I'm perfectly willing to swear that as you turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he tell we were so much in love? The whole darned world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I was there that night in Berkeley
They say there's a troop ship just leaving Bombay, bound for old Blighty Shore, heavily laden with time-expired men, bound for the land they adore. There's many an airman just finishing his time, there's many a twerp signing on. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up, my lads, bless 'em all. Bless 'em all, bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to their billets they crawl, you'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. They say if you work hard you'll get better pay. We've heard all that before. Clean up your buttons and polish your boots, scrub out the barrack room floor. There's many a rookie has taken it in, hook, line and sinker and all. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Bless 'em all, bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to their billets they crawl, you'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Now they say that the sergeant's a very nice chap. Oh, what a tale to tell. Ask him for leave on a Saturday night, he'll pay your fare home as well. There's many an airman has blighted his life through writing rude words on the wall. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Bless 'em all, bless 'em all, bless 'em all, bless 'em all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to their billets they crawl, you'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all. Nobody knows what it's worth you have been, so cheer up my lads, bless 'em all.
Let's say goodbye with a smile, dear, just for a while, dear, we must part. Don't let this parting upset you, I'll not forget you, sweetheart.
Hello, everyone. That was really quite lovely. So, yes, as I said, we will meet again, be it at Sessions House, the Humphrey Bean, Alan's Oast, wherever it is. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Albeit probably at social distance first of all, but then giving you all a hug as soon as I can. Even you, Paul, you're going to get a hug, even if you don't want one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait just a little bit, because I know that my mum and dad were planning on walking down to the end of the driveway so they could sing along with the other people in the village. So I'm going to put a message in the chat. Hopefully they'll let me know when they are here. You're quite right, Andrea. I am not a hugger, and Paul is even less of a hugger than me, which is one of the reasons he's going to get a hug. Oh, Jim, you made a comment about the typical British response was "not coward, let's not be beastly to the Germans." Oh, thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. Let me know that Mum and Dad aren't back yet. But Jim, I popped upstairs to talk to Shelley briefly, and Sarah says hi. So I hope you're well. Ah. Well, if you're hearing all those bling blongs, which I assume you are, it's all my family rejoining their video chat, which I won't join. You can see me on here. And they're back now. Okay. Hopefully we are all ready to resume. I'm also quite pleased that we did the VE round first, because there were quite a few answers you would have got from watching that on the telly. So Paul, you say they're back now. Are they happy to resume? Thank you, Emma. That's deep. The bing bongs are not in your head, Jim. No, they're coming from my PC. I need to isolate my audio settings better. It just broadcasts everything that's going through my PC all at the same time, and it works. So I've not played with it. And Sarah, Jim says hi back. That's Sarah Glennie. Jim says hi. Okay, I think we are all probably just about ready to get going again. We are back up to the same number of people who were here before we had our little break. So let us move on to round 3. Which involves a little bit of settings changes. There it is. Back over there. Okay. Oh, Emma, glad to hear you back. So hopefully we're all ready with the... Maybe I should have done the VE round now. I'm not entirely certain when it would have been best, but there were requests for a Star Trek round. I know it was mainly coming from my sister Jackie, and I'm very happy to oblige, as this is obviously one of my favourite topics, hence multiple Star Trek t-shirts. So, let us begin. There are 10 questions in this round, 1 point per question, so 10 points in total. Let's go. So, question 1. What do Jeffrey Hunter, Anson Mount, and Bruce Greenwood all have in common? So, Jeffrey Hunter, Anson Mount, and Bruce Greenwood, what do they all have in common? Oh, thank you, Millie. My mum and dad are struggling to connect. I will pause there for a second while they get back online. You let me know, Millie. You want to message me? Nope, nothing my end. Cool. Do you, Jim? Interesting. Miracles of technology, huh? Are they on there, Millie? You said thanks, Robin. I assume we're good to go? Okay, you think we're okay now. Fantastic. Thank you, Millie. Appreciate it. Let's move on to question 2 then. That was a long wait. This famous symbol was invented by Leonard Nimoy on set. He based it on a blessing from which religion? The symbol being, of course. So this famous symbol was invented by Leonard Nimoy on set, and he based it on the blessing from which religion? The famous Vulcan salute. Question 3. What is Captain Kirk's middle name? Is it Troy, Tiberius, Thomas, or Timothy? Okay, we'll move on to question number 4. So question 4, name this ferocious creature. What's this creature called? I want one. Not something I have yet. Number 5. Who played the role of Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek The Next Generation? So who played the role of Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek The Next Generation? Question 6. Which starship is this? Also, this. Yeah. Ooh. Don't give the answer away. Try and turn my lights on. There we go. I'm such a nerd. So is it the USS Enterprise, the USS Reliant, or the USS Excelsior? You need to have a choice, Jim. Okay, moving on. Question number 7. As of today, there have been 13 movies and 774 episodes of Star Trek. How long would it take to watch it all in one sitting? Is it 14 days, 20 days, 24 days, or 30 days? Yeah, approximately. How long would it take to watch the entirety of Star Trek? Question 8. Which Star Trek movie featured the first entirely computer-generated sequence in movie history? Is it The Motion Picture, The Wrath of Khan, The Search for Spock, or The Final Frontier? So which Star Trek movie featured the first entirely computer-generated sequence in film history? The Motion Picture, The Wrath of Khan, The Search for Spock, or The Final Frontier? Question 9. Listen closely. What device makes this sound? I'm going to play that again. So what device makes this sound? One question left in this round. Question 10. Which is... These two starships are not from Star Trek, but they were heavily inspired by it. Where are they from? Half a point for each one. Where are these two ships from? Okay, that was my Star Trek round. Thank you for indulging me. One of my favourite topics. Let us move on to round 4. So round 4 is Get Out of the Way. I'm going to show you 10 iconic shots from the movie. Well, from the movies. And I want you to name the character who's on screen, and I want you to name the movie. You get half a point for each. But you won't be able to see the character because I'm going to be in the way. So bear with me one moment. Just a few settings changes to make there, and I would also like to thank the person who provided me with this t-shirt completely unprompted, which I'm really rather happy with. Thank you very much to my anonymous donor, who I'm assuming is Paul Stokes. Oh, sorry, there are some requests for question 8 again. Yep, no problem. I'll pop back to that. Here you go, question 8. Question 8 was, excuse me being bigger, this is for the next round. Which Star Trek movie featured the first entirely computer-generated sequence in film history? The motion picture, The Wrath of Khan, The Search for Spock, or The Final Frontier? This wasn't you, Paul. This strikes me as your sort of move. And I'd like to say thank you to whoever it was out there. Thank you very much indeed. Andrea says I can wear it for National Apprenticeship Week. It is the right colour orange. Does that help for question 8? We set with that. Okay, I'm going to move us on to the next round. So I've set up the camera. So, what I'm going to do, as I said, I'm going to show you 10 iconic shots from movies. It's bugging me. There it goes. And I want you to name the character for half a point and the movie for half a point. Okay? So, let's begin. So, shot number 1. I saw an opportunity and I took it. So, name the character and the movie. That is the second week in a row that shield has appeared. Shot number 2. Doesn't really work with the headset. So I'm after the character and the movie. Arm should be more out here. Shot number 3. I want to get a little bit closer to the camera. Sort of ear business. It's this hand. Name the character and the movie. Ah. Shot number 4. Which way do the arms go? That way. You bring the arms in a bit because I'm losing my fingers. This arm. Okay, shot number 5. I need to get right up close for this one, I remember. This one, there we go. So, the character and the movie. I'm going to pause there. If you want any of 1 through 5 repeated, I'm not going to pose again though. Do let me know. It was you, Emma. You sent me the t-shirt. That's very kind, thank you. So, any you need to see again, do let me know. It is not from when I was in the Jackson 5 gym. Oh, Sarah wants to see number 3, no problem. Emma says, no, I wish, that's a cool top. Well, somebody must have sent me this t-shirt. I really appreciate it. I just have no idea who it was. Sarah, here's number 3. Ooh. Maybe I will pose again, because it's fun for this one. Here-ish. This hand? Yeah. I figure if you're going to use a green screen, you might as well make the most of it. Need a little bit bigger. Here we are. Lottie said, Daz, love this round. I'm pleased to hear it, Lottie. Thank you. Paul McCartney sent me this t-shirt. Thank you, Emma. I was worried you were going to have a quiz without a Paul McCartney reference. Steve, you'd like number 5. No problem. Number 5 is this one. Again, up real close. This arm. There you go. It's like this. Shout out to John, biggest fan. Hello, John. Thank you for playing. Right. I'm going to move us on to the next set of shots. So, shot number 6. Now this one. Bear with me one moment. I wanted to try something with this one. This one. What I wanted to do was this. Ooh. There we go. So, shot number 6 is... Whoopsie. This arm? Yep. You get it further back if I can. Shot number 6. That is shot number 6. And back in full colour. And moving on to shot number 7. Oh, it is about there. Shot number 7. So again, as before, I'm after the character and I'm after the movie. Who am I in the way of? I've been out a bit too much for that. After my run this morning, the knees were a little bit stiff. Shot number 8. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Shot number 8. Okay, moving on to shot number 9. More or less. Shot number 9. But again, character and film. Final one, shot number 10. Oops. Shot number 10. So the character and the film. If you'd like to see any again, please let me know. Paul says this is in 2 films. After the first appearance, please. If you want to see any again, 1 through 10, don't mind, happy to look at them all again. But what I am going to do is shrink myself back down. Think. Back in the corner. Yeah, if you'd like to see any again, 6 and 7 I see requests for, no problem at all. Okay, so 6 was... This is 6. With my hat. Really doesn't work at all on the headset. And 7. That is 6 and 7 again. If there are any more you want to see, do let me know. Now is the chance. Before we move on to the answers for rounds 3 and 4. Gonna finish that fizz. Lovely. Jim says this is worse than the Friends round last week. Sorry, Jim. Okay, I'm not seeing any requests for any more, so I'm going to move us on to the answers for rounds 3 and 4. Hopefully you are all ready. Let's go through some answers for round 3, which was our Star Trek round. Okay, so... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So, question 1. What do Jeffrey Hunter, Anson Mount and Bruce Greenwood all have in common? They all played Captain Christopher Pike. Jeffrey Hunter played him originally in the unaired Star Trek pilot. Anson Mount plays him in Star Trek Discovery. And Bruce Greenwood played him in the reboot movies of 2009 and Star Trek Into Darkness. I was going to say, if you haven't seen Season 2 of Discovery with Anson Mount in, really good. There's rumours that they're going to do a series with him as the captain, which I'm very excited about. Question 2. This famous symbol was invented by Leonard Nimoy on set. He based it on a blessing from which religion? It's from Judaism. It was the priestly blessing. The priestly blessing is actually 2 simultaneously, but he just did the 1. Question 3. What is Captain Kirk's middle name? It is Tiberius. James Tiberius Kirk. Okay. Moving on to question number 4. Name this ferocious creature. This is, of course, a Tribble. Gotta love a Tribble. Question number 5. Who played the role of Captain Jean-Luc Picard in The Next Generation? It was, of course, Sir Patrick Stewart. Recently reprised the role in the new Picard series, which was alright. Better than the first season of Discovery. Question number 6. Which starship is this? USS Enterprise, USS Reliant, or USS Excelsior? I'm going to let the ship tell you itself. If the camera will focus. It is the USS Excelsior. One of my favourite ships. Really like that one. That's why I've got a model of it. Okay, number 7. As of today, there have been 13 movies, 774 episodes of Star Trek. How long would it take to watch it all in one sitting? It is 24 days to watch the entirety. If you just sat down and watched nothing but Star Trek, it would take you 24 days to watch a lot of it. It's a total of 574.5 hours. And as I've said, it is totally worth it. I've probably done that more than once. Actually, I haven't watched Picard for the second watch yet, so I haven't watched it all twice yet. But, Question 8. Which Star Trek movie featured the first entirely computer-generated sequence in film history? It was the Genesis effect in The Wrath of Khan. They then reused it in Search for Spock, but that was the first ever CG sequence in film history. And the team that made that actually went on to be a lot of the founding members of Pixar. Question 9. What device makes this sound? It's transporter. I'm pleased with that little clip. I think with this green screen I'll probably figure that out. But finally, question number 10. These two starships are not from Star Trek, but they're heavily inspired by it. Where are they from? So on the right, On your left, on the left. Yeah, on the left over there, which is my right. You've got the Orville from the Orville, and here you have the NSCA Protector from Galaxy Quest. Both well worth a watch. Galaxy Quest is an absolutely fantastic movie. I really recommend it. It's really good fun. The Orville I've really enjoyed as well. If you like Next Gen, I'd recommend the Orville. Let's have a quick look at your comments. Better than Paul McCartney round, and that this was no tribble at all. Excellent. I like it very much. 6 out of 10 for the Foxes. Well played. Four out of 10 for Susie's team. Oh, sorry, Susie. Tough one. 8 out of 10 for the Edmondses. Well played. Well played indeed. I do come from a little clutch of Star Trek fans. Okay, let's move on to... Oh, 10 out of 10 for the Star Trek round. Well, my friend Paul, he says it helps if you bought some of the props. He is absolutely correct. He did buy me this, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Put the lights back on. Maybe I'll hold the button down and the lights come on. More or less. 5 out of 10 for Emma Breslin's team. Well played. 7 out of 10 for Emma. Excellent. Emma Lacey, that is. Multiple Emmas. Okay, we'll move on to our movie round. So the ones where I was getting in the way. So this was shot number 1, which of course is Captain America, Steve Rogers, in Avengers Endgame, when he triumphantly holds Mjolnir. Shot number 2. This is with my hat. It is, of course, Indiana Jones in his first movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Still doesn't work with the headset. Shot number 3. This one is Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Tim Curry, of course. Terrific actor. Shot number 4. Bit of a gimme, I think. Of course, is Maria von Trapp in The Sound of Music. Shot number 5. Probably know the movie. But the character name, Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction. Shot number 6, our black and white one. Jim gave this away in the comments if anyone was following it. It's Doctor Strangelove is the movie, and the character is Major Kong, who rides the nuke down to the target. Shot number 7, sorry. I think this one might have caught a few people out. Might recognise it when I revealed the character. There he is. It's Truman Burbank from The Truman Show. Jim Carrey, of course. Shot 8. Very young looking in this one. It's Ferris Bueller from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Shot 9. Bit of a gimme from the first appearance is what I'm after, because this shot was reused in the second one of their movies. It is Rey from Star Wars The Force Awakens. Holding Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. And shot 10, our final one, with our glass of fizz. It is Leonardo DiCaprio playing Jay Gatsby from The Great Gatsby. Okay, I'm going to put a summary up here. So these are all the answers for that round. Let me know in the comments how you've got on. Oh, some high scores here. £10 points. Thanks to Stu. Well played, Stu, for getting 10 there. Can we have a point for Vince? No, I'm not going to give you a point for Vince. I want Vince Vega. I expect both, I'm afraid. High scores, 9.5, 6.5, 6, 7. Excellent scores, everyone. Well played indeed. Well played. I threw you in the last one because I used the martini glass. I don't have the right champagne flutes. My champagne flutes are completely wrong. But martini I do have. $8.5 for the Serious Professional squad. Well played. Oh, only 4 for Chris. Sorry, Chris. Okay, I think I will move us on to our 5th round, which, if I remember correctly, is all about music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you some lyrics. There are 10 lyrics, and I want you to name the song and the artist or band. You get half a point for the artist, half a point for the song title. So, song title and artist or band. Half a point each. Hopefully you are all ready to go. Got some high scores going on here. Right. Let's begin with number 1. I've got a feeling I've lost inside. I think I'm going to take me away and hide. I'm thinking of things I just can't abide. And tell me the artist and the song title. I've got a feeling I've lost inside. I think I'm going to take me away and hide. I'm thinking of things I just can't abide. And no, I will not be singing them. Emma is saying there better be the weekend. You'll have to wait and see, Emma. Question number 2. My best friend told me what you did last night. Left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but should have been with you instead. My best friend told me what you did last night. Left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but should have been with you instead. Number 3. And little children laugh at him behind his back. And the banker never wears a Mac. In the pouring rain, very strange. I made a typo there. I should say banker. And little children laugh at him behind his back. And the banker never wears a Mac. In the pouring rain, very strange. So there are our first 3. Moving on to number 4. And to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. No, no, not me. And to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. No, no, not me. Moving on to number 5. And sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door. Close your eyes, clear your heart, cut the cord. And sometimes when I get nervous when I see an open door. Close your eyes, clear your heart, cut the cord. Oh no, struggling in this bit, Sarah. Sorry to hear that. Number 6. You've got to move it up and use it like a screwball would. You've got to pack it up and work it like a new boy should. You've got to move it up and use it like a screwball would. You've got to pack it up and work it like a new boy should. Where's Paul McCartney, my dad says. Maybe we've already had Paul McCartney. Maybe we haven't. Maybe he's coming. I don't know. Moving on. Number 7. On the avenue there ain't ever a curfew. Ladies work so hard. Such a melting pot. On the corner selling rock. Preachers pray to God. On the avenue there ain't ever a curfew. Ladies work so hard. Such a melting pot. On the corner selling rock. Preachers pray to God. Number 8. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now. But the airwaves are clean and there's nobody singing to me now. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now. But the airwaves are clean and there's nobody singing to me now. Moving on to number 9. I wear your granddad's clothes. I look incredible in this big ass coat. I wear your granddad's clothes. I look incredible in this big ass coat. Finally, number 10. I shouted out who killed the Kennedys, when after all, it was you and me. I shouted out who killed the Kennedys, when after all, it was you and me. If you'd like any of those again, do let me know. Put it in the comments and I can very happily flick back and have a look at some of the others. What have you guys been telling me? Oh, 6 out of 6 so far. Get in. Pleased to hear it. I am torturing Jules. How am I torturing Jules? Number 1, says Jill. No problem, Jill. Here you go. So, bing, 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 bing. Here you go. There is the first 3 again. He's your only hope. Jules is your only hope. Oh dear, 0 out of 10 says the Foxes. Oh no. Every song is on the tip of his brain. I'm sorry, Jules. I thought I'd play into your arena a little bit, because I did have a question about Wimbledon earlier. Phone's been buzzing like crazy today. Oh dear, 0 out of 10, Adam. No, says Serena. 8 and 10 for the Cahills, no problem. Here you go, Andrea. There you go. That's the last slide. They were tough. Yeah, they are quite tough. And actually, I should say, Andrea, this isn't entirely my fault. The majority of these came from Gail Levy. Don't know if she's watching. If so, she should get all of these because they're almost entirely from her the quiz that she sent me. Jim thinks he's got a solid 2. To be fair, there's probably something in the delivery, and my delivery is terrible. I can just read these out completely flat, and that works for me. Susie, you like number 6 again? No problem, Susie. Here you go. There you go. There's 6 again. 6 was, you've got to move it up and use it like a screwball would. You've got to pack it up and work it like a new boy should. Andrew says, no One Direction. Well, there might be. I don't know. I can't possibly say. It goes to me, I say, Andrew, it's probably Maisie. I'm assuming it's Maisie. Could be Fran. I'm guessing it's not Robin. Paul says, number 10, please. I'm being sworn at. Fran says there is not. Yeah, absolutely indeed. Easiest round so far. More music rounds, please. Number 10. There you go. There's number 10. I shouted out Who Killed the Kennedys when after all it was you and me. I really like that one, actually. It's one of my favourite songs. There you go, Millie. Paul was slightly ahead of you there. Yep, there you go. Number 10. I shouted out Who Killed the Kennedys when after all it was you and me. If there are any others you need, please let me know. I'm very happy to go back. A pedant writes, as they were recording it, the second Kennedy got killed. It was originally Who Shot Kennedy. That's interesting, Jim. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Okay, I'm not seeing any more requests to see any of the questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move us on to our final round, round 6, which does have one more costume change. And this costume change was specifically requested by Sam Snell. Let's see how it works. There you go. One green top. I was asked for a completely green top. This is as green a top as I've got. What we're going to look at is we're going to look at TV intros. I've got 10 TV show intro themes, and I want you to let me know what the TV show is. You get 1 point per show. I hope you're happy, Sam. I hope this is green enough. The Invisible Man, indeed. Okay, let's begin with intro number 1. My mic was down for that. That was intro number 2. Moving on to intro number 3. We're loving the show. Yes, you couldn't hear me. Yeah, my mic was muted. If I have my microphone down, you can hear me. And now you can. Sorry about that. Intro number 4. That was intro number 4. Again, like always, I will pause after number 5 and we can go back over 1 through 5 if needs be. So intro 5 is... That was 5. So if you want any of 1 through 5 played again, let me know now. 2 and 4 for the Cahills, no problem. Three and 4, so that's 2, 3, 4, no problem. My Holly from Red Dwarf impression, if I come nice and close to the camera, and there you go. Two and 4, that's 2, 3, 4. Okay, no problem. Here we go. So this is 2. I love that one. One of my absolute favourites. Andrew says, do that again, we need a pick. In a second, I'll do the replays first. Millie, you wanted number 3. Here is number 3 again. That was number 3. The other repeat I was asked for was number 4. This is number 4. That was number 4. Mum says I look better without my body. I'm not sure what to say to that. Thanks, Mum. Sam says, can I repeat number 6? So I've not played number 6 yet. What I'll do, Andrew, you wanted a picture of me, doing the Holly impression. What I'll do is I'll put the full camera on at the end of the round and we can do it then. Let's move on to number 6 then. So move on to our second set, our last 5 questions for tonight. So number 6, here we go. That was number 6. Moving on to number 7. That was number 7. Moving on to number 8. This is intro number 8. That was intro number 8. Moving on to number 9. Oh, sorry. Moving on to number 9. That was number 9. So moving on to our final question for tonight. Question number 10, intro number 10. It is... That was intro number 10, our final question for tonight. If you'd like any repeated, 1 through 10 or 6 through 10, do let me know now and I'll happily play it again. My dad says it might not have been Mum who said I look better without a body. Thank you. 6 again. Wayne says, are they Astro A50s glued to my ears? Yes, they are indeed Astro A50s. Well spotted. When's the Paul McCartney round? The Paul McCartney round, Jill. That was last week. 9 and 10 for Susie's team. Number 10 again. Yep. So 7 from the Monktons and the Haywood Williams. No problem. So I've got 6, 7, 9 and 10. No problem at all. Let's get on with those. So number 6 was... Here is 6. number 6. The Paul McCartney round was apparently last century. I'm sure I asked a couple of questions about this century in it. But number 7 was requested again. So here is number 7. Number 9 was asked for. This is number 9. That was number 9. The other request was number 10. So this is number 10. That was number 10. I think that probably brings us to the end of the quiz for this week. So this is your last chance to let me know if there are any you would like to hear again. Otherwise, I'll move us on to the answers for round 5 and 6. Okay, I think we are probably ready for some answers. So, let's go. Round number 5, you remember, was What's That Lyric? So we had a series of lyrics, and I want you to name the artist and the song title. So, I've got a feeling I've lost inside. I think I'm going to take me away and hide. I'm thinking of things I just can't abide. That is from Oasis, Roll With It. Number 2. My best friend told me what you did last night. Sleeping in my bed, I was dreaming, but I should have been with you instead. Oh, wake me up before you go. By Wham, of course. Number 3. And little children laugh at him behind his back, and the banker never wears a Mac. In the pouring rain, very strange. It is the Beatles with Penny Lane. So there's your Paul McCartney. He's still here. He's ever present, it seems. Number 4. And to think, I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. No, no, not me. That is Frank Sinatra with My Way. I'll also allow Paul Anka as he wrote it. In part. Number 5. And sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door. Close your eyes, clear your heart, cut the cord. That is from Human by The Killers. Number 6. You've got to move it up and use it like a screwball would. You've got to pack it up and work it like a new boy should. That is from Gimme All Your Loving by ZZ Top. Great song. Absolutely brilliant song. Number 7. On the avenue there ain't ever a curfew. Ladies work so hard. Such a melting pot. On the corner selling rock. Preachers pray to God. That is by Alicia Keys, Empire State of Mind Part 2. Shelley and I's first dance. Sort of a love letter to New York. It's a lovely song. Number 8. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now, but the airwaves are clean and there's nobody singing to me now. That is Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. Number 9. I wear your granddad's clothes. I look incredible in this big ass coat. There's Thrift Shop by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Finally, number 10. I shouted out, who killed the Kennedys? When after all, it was you and me. That is, of course, the Rolling Stones with Sympathy for the Devil. Excellent song. Really good song. Oh, sorry, I see a request for number 4 from the Edenses. Do you want intro number 4 played again? I'm happy to do it. If you'd like me to, let me know. Now, otherwise, here you go. Here is a summary of all the answers from round 5. Oh, 1 out of 10 for the Foxes. Oh, I'm sorry, I've caught you out with that round, haven't I? Team Lockdown, 10 out of 10. Good grief. Don't worry about number 4, thank you. 9 out of 10 for Chris Hayes. Oh dear. It's his high scoring round for some, very low for others. Very sorry to the Foxes. Tough round. Again, partly Gail Levy's fault, so you can take it up with her. 2 for Emma Lacey. 2 for Team Meltdown. Well done, Jim. Paul would say, I'd like to say we got 9 out of 10, but it was all Jules. Well done, Jules. 9 out of 10 on your own. Impressive. 9 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Good scores, everyone. Well played. Okay, let us move on to our TV intro rounds, our final round. Let's look at our final answers. So our intros were, this is intro number 1. And it is, of course, Will I Lie to You? Excellent show. Really like Will I Lie to You. That was intro 1, Would I Lie to You? Intro number 2 was one of my favourite shows, Parks and Recreation. To the extent that this is one of my favourite shows is that if I call Shelley, her phone makes this tune. Absolutely love Parks and Rec. If you've not seen it, I thoroughly recommend it, especially if you work in local government. My goodness. It's all about local government. Number 3. This is, of course, Channel 4's The In-Betweeners. Now, Now, I've not actually seen The Inbetweeners. I've been recommended it a number of times, but my friend Trina once said to me that she can't watch it because it makes her cringe so badly because it reminds us from when we were kids or when we were teenagers, and that concerns me, so I've never actually watched it. Number 4. Netflix exclusive, of course. This is BoJack Horseman. It's a very long intro, so I've clipped it a bit. Great show, really good. Recently ended. BoJack Horseman. Number 5. It is, of course, Death in Paradise. Really nice show, great intro. Great show, really good. Number 6 was... this one caught a few people out, I think. It is Ian McShane, starring as Lovejoy. Now, I don't know if this was a unique to me thing, but this was kind of always on. I remember this being on when I was in the 90s, I guess. Lovejoy. And number 7. More modern one. It is Hollyoaks. Quite a long one. There you go. Hollyoaks. Number 8. I know Shelley got this one. I heard her say it earlier. It is, of course, A Question of Sport, from which I ripped the What Happens Next round in its entirety. And number 9. One of my favourite shows. It's the IT Crowd. I was once compared to Richard Ayoade if I wore a particular set of glasses, which basically meant I was a very nerdy person with a big pair of glasses on. Finally, intro number 10. This is... That helps at all? This is Benidorm. Benidorm. So here is a summary of all of the answers from round 6. That is the end of tonight's quiz. So do add up your scores. Let me know how you have got on. Let me have a look at your comments and see how we're doing. Let me look at your comments. Hey, number of people got Lovejoy. Pleased to hear it. My brother has told me that it's not just me experiencing Lovejoy, but then again, as he says, that is to be expected. So Benidorm is the opposite of Hollyoaks. I'm not certain. I'd have to ask Shelley. I've not ever really watched either. Got some high scores here. 52.5. Good grief. But beaten by Team Lockdown, the Cahills, with 53.5. Good God, that's a good score. Well played indeed. Tegan, Adam, Whitney and Caroline, 28.5. You did bad. Yeah, but you were here when you played. You did well. Any points at all is good. Well played. 32 out of 64. Team Chewy. Well played. Well played indeed. Oh, thank you, Chris. Chris says, great quiz. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, it will be the same time next week. As long as you guys want me to do this, I will keep doing it every Friday. Susie's team, 7 out of 10, so 36.5. Next time, can we have a whole quiz on VE Day? I don't know if it would be quite appropriate for the week after VE Day. Jim, BoJack Horseman is an actual show. I thought it was a tax dodge. It's a great show. I really recommend BoJack Horseman. It's a bit odd, but it's worth sticking with. It really is. Emma Lacey's team, 32. Good score. Adam was too... that's Adam, Tegan and co. Was too hard for us this week. I tried to mix it up. Emma Breslin, 9 out of 10. We would have got a 10, but we said Paradise Island. Oh no. To be honest, I put Benidorm in there because I know that Shelley has a box set of it upstairs, so I figured she'd know it. You're welcome, Sean. Thank you. Millie, you're very welcome indeed. Susie repeats the request for a Harry Potter round. It is on the list of rounds to be written. Don't worry, I will get there. Paul says, as for the should you do a quiz every week, Palpatine voice, do it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Don't you worry about that. Emma, 34 out of 60, our best week yet. Well played indeed. Well done. Excellent. Pleased to hear it. Fantastic. Thank you all so much for playing. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. I'm really glad you enjoy it. It is a lot of fun putting together. And as long as you're enjoying it, I'll keep doing them. I'm very happy to do it. Don't forget my head, says Andrea. Andrea, would you like me to change back to the big camera so I'm right in the middle of the screen? Let's do both. Here you go. Here you go. Here's my head in little in the corner. Ooh. Here you go. How's that? I'm Holly. I have an IQ of 9,000. Hopefully that's long enough, Andrea. If it's not, let me know. Ooh. Have I thought about having a Paul McCartney round? I have indeed thought of having a Paul McCartney round. I've done it once and I'm not doing it again. They're dead, Dave. What? Oh, I've forgotten the name. You've tested me there, Tim. Oh no. I've had too much beer. I can't think of the names of the random characters from Red Dwarf. John said he'd love it even more with a climbing round. A climbing round is on my list of rounds, although I will admit when I go to write them, I think, how on earth am I going to write a climbing round? Every time I sort of think, not sure. Peterson! Peterson, thank you, Paul. Peterson's not dead, is he? Gordon Bennett, yes, Dave. Everybody's dead, Dave. Kachansky, of course. Oh, let me just switch this over for you, Andrea, so you can get full size disembodied head. Here you go. Hands? No. James Bond round, Christine Kachansky. Yep, James Bond round is a good idea. I like the idea of James Bond round. I just realised that you've got the lamp in here. There you go, lamp's gone. So, as it says up here, right here. Thanks for playing. Really do appreciate it. I'm glad you're all having a good time. I'm glad you're enjoying it. As long as you are, I'll keep doing them. Thank you all very much. Lovely comments. Really appreciate them. I really do. Bye, Jim. Thanks for playing. Good to see you. Right. Okay, I'm going to log off there. Looking at the comments. Oh, request specialist around alcohol and cocktails, please. See what I can do. I'll add it to the list. Thank you all very much. I will see you all next week. And, oh, Dan, green suits me. Thank you. It is my colour. Oh, those who wanted to see how I do all this, hang around. I'm very happy to go through that. No problem at all. So that was Sean and Mark were both interested in that. So I don't know if they're still there. I can't actually see who's here and who isn't. So let me know if you are still here, Sean, and I will happily go through the whole setup I've got going on here and tell you how it works. Thank you, Lottie. I appreciate it. I'm really glad you enjoy it. Oh, Jim, I like technology. Yeah, please hang around. Yeah, I'll go through the whole thing. Hang on, bear with me 1 second. I figure one of the best ways to do this is to get a mirror. So 1 second. So I was thinking about the best way of trying to show you how all this all works. And I figured one way to do it was just to grab a mirror and show you what's going on technology-wise. So here you go. Turn this round. So now you're seeing more or less what I see. So I am looking at... I've got a monitor set up and my camera. And that's what I'm looking at when I'm doing the quiz. Let me back up a bit. So I've got my SLR camera set up here. And what I've got is I've got a series of cables. Try and negotiate this round. Which leads that into... There's my horrible bunch of cables on top of the chest of drawers that my screen and camera sits on top of. And they follow all the way down into over here. This is what I'm looking at when I'm looking to the side of the screen. You've got my PC down here. So they're all plugged into that. Where's my PC gone? There it is. So the software I use is a program called OBS. And I found OBS has been incredibly easy to use. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to turn off on OBS. Grab my software, bring it over to my main screen. I'm going to turn off the green screen filter. If I remember how to do it. Filters. There it is. There we go. So, what you've got here is you've got the big green screen behind me. So I've got a big green sheet, which I've got pinned up over a wall at the back of my living room. Using OBS, what I can do is I can specify which color I want to replace. So in this case, green, because that's the sheet that I've got. And OBS really makes this all dead simple to do. In terms of what's going on the PC itself, in terms of what you then see, I'm going to turn my green screen filter back on, if I can remember how to do it. So actually, what I'll do is I'll turn off what I've got. There we go. Right down in the corner now. What you're seeing on the screen, hopefully you can see my mouse, is simply a PowerPoint presentation. I close down my PowerPoint for a second, and hopefully I can share that. Yep, there you go. You can see my PowerPoint slide. Nothing fancy. It's literally just a PowerPoint where I've got each slide blocked out. Can't actually see it. Let me put OBS back over here. So the way I put the quiz together is it's literally just a very intense PowerPoint presentation that I go through, which I should say, I'm very happy to share. I put them all on Google Drive. So if you want the slides, if you want to use this for yourself, do let me know. I can send you the link. This presentation in particular is huge. It's like 200 and something meg because it's full of video files. So for example, if I was to flick down all the way to my name the intro round, this is a real cheat, this one. I'm letting you know all my secrets here. But basically, the playing of the intro music is exactly the same as playing the intro. All I've done is I've put a coloured square in front of it, which doesn't reveal itself. If I move that slide out of the way, the intro in its entirety is right there. Screen share is really bugging me. Better. So yeah, for video rounds, I generally cheat and just have, actually in this one, I've used a full slide. I've just had an image of the slide which I put in the way of the video, so that when we're going through the slide deck in the quiz, which I just do with a normal clicker, I'll show you my clicker. Got it from Amazon, a couple of quid, got a laser pointer, which often you'll see me sort of looking around because what I'm usually doing is playing with the laser, because it's fun. So yeah, that's how I do my video rounds. And you just simply, if I was to start my presentation again, start from the beginning, I then simply just click my way through each slide in turn. And I've got all the animations set up so that they do everything I need to do. Usually what I'll do is I'll write the answer slide first. So when I'm working through the animations about what point the question appears and what point the answer appears, I will build it so that everything is on it, because it's dead simple to copy and paste the slides and just take out the answers because we don't need them. Let's having a look at the answer, your comments. I make it seem simple. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate it. Yeah, Steve, you're absolutely correct. PowerPoint, camera, and a PC laptop. You're absolutely spot on. That's what it is. To be honest, when I first sort of the idea of doing a quiz, I sort of knew I had a camera because I had my SLR, and I thought, can I connect that to the PC? And so I tested that with just a USB cable, and I could, so it was fine. And then I thought, then what I did was I did a little bit of Googling. So what software is best to use to do this kind of job? And that's where I found OBS. And it really is fantastic. It's so easy to use. I'll see if I can get OBS up on the screen. It generally looks a little bit funky, but I'll try and do it. So OBS is the software I use. I can do this if I turn the main screen on. This is going to look a bit weird. There we go. So now you're looking at what I look at, more or less. All of this nonsense going on here in this red circle, where it's repeating to infinity, that is the screen where normally I can see my camera. What I have down here is I have a list of inputs that I can turn on and off. So currently the main screen is my top one. If I was to move corner cam, which is where I appear in the corner, up to the top, there I am. Repeated to infinity. Hi, all of me. But I can turn those on and off. So when I wanted to appear on full cam, turn that back on, move it to the top so it's on top of the main screen. And there I am again. So I can play with the different tools that I've got. So actually that works reasonably well. You can see what's going on at the bottom. So I've got my microphone levels, I can see my audio levels, and then very simply I have a start and stop streaming button which normally shows as start streaming. And in YouTube, there's a link and a password that you copy and paste out of your YouTube account. And that goes in there, and then that piece of software connects straight to YouTube. I can then show you my live stream. This is what I'm normally looking at when I'm chatting to yourselves. And that gives me an idea of what the delay is like. Your mind just boggled. Apologies for boggling your mind. Hang on. I said this is what it looks like to me. Of course, I have left the camera up on OBS so you can't see a thing. Let me turn that off. And there we go. Now you can see, all you'll be able to see now is my screen. This is exactly what I'm seeing. Yeah. When I'm running the quiz. So I can look on YouTube. I can see your comments over here. And I can flick between my PowerPoint slides, various PowerPoint slides, and my OBS window. And it's the OBS window which is the most useful thing. It's the thing that you really need to use. But what I would say is if this is something you're interested in doing, and put my corner cam back on so I'm back on screen. There I am. If this is something you're interested in doing and you want to use OBS, I'm very happy to talk through this. It's just a matter of getting a camera connected to your PC, and then we can go through it. And if you want to use my slides, absolutely fine. Just let me know. I'll happily share them. No problem at all. You see, this view isn't quite my normal view because I've got the taskbar. Normally, I just share a specific window. So in OBS, I can say, I want to share just my PowerPoint presentation, just the slides. So you don't get my taskbar, so you can't see like Spotify open and you can't see PowerPoint and all that jazz. And now I'm on the screen twice, I've just realized. Should have thought about that. I'll stop rabbiting on there. Any questions, let me know. I'm very happy to talk through any of it. Again, I just think it's fun to sort of hold up the mirror and show you what I'm looking at. I think that's neat. Oop. Captain America's shield is falling down. Right, let's try and sort this out. So, turn off the main cam. Yeah, turn off the main cam. That just leaves the slides. That leaves it nice and straightforward. This is how I normally have it set up. So in OBS, the only inputs that are live is corner cam, which is me, and the slides. Sean, is it OBS Studio I use? Yes, it is, absolutely. It's completely free and it's really easy to use. It's tricky to try to show you how it looks to me because when I'm looking at the screen right now, in fact, actually, I'll use the mirror to show you this as best I can. So, when I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking my second screen, which I've got wired up over here. You can see I've got OBS open, and that is showing what is being streamed. So I can see my slide deck and I can see myself. So when I'm back here and I'm presenting, I can read my slides very easily, and I can also see how I'm looking, so I know I'm not making any particular mistakes. But then I can look to my PC, which is this way. It's not mirrored, so it throws me. So when I look at my own PC, that's where I can see all of your comments. They're just over there to me, which is to my left. Oh, Jill, I didn't see your question about when you were presenting, what do I see? That is what I see. I see OBS open, which is my slide deck, and me. Jim says I now know less than I did 10 minutes ago. Sorry, Jim. A happy birthday to David Roy. Happy birthday, Dave. Sean, you're very welcome. No problem at all. If you have any problems, any questions, let me know. I'm very happy to go through it all. It's a bit of a learning experience figuring out how it all works. Before I did the first live stream that anybody watched, I did about half a dozen separate ones where I was trying to work out how all the equipment worked. The other thing that really has helped the last couple of streams is that I found a cable I can get from my camera, which lets me plug my camera into the mains. The first 2 streams I did, I had to rely on the camera battery just lasting. And that was really not great, because at the end of each stream, the battery light was flashing at me, and I knew that I had minutes at most before the battery was going to run out. Oh, you're welcome, Jim. Thank you for coming along. And Emma, thank you very much indeed. Thank you all for watching. I hope this sort of technical behind-the-scenes thing was interesting. I mean, I'm very happy to go through it all. I could be clearer, I'm sure. You alright, sis? That's Danina. She says, love the quizzes, bruv. Okay, I think at that point, what I'll do is I'm going to sign off here. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all for taking part. It is really a lot of fun. As long as you're all enjoying it, I'll keep doing them. And I will look forward to seeing you all next week. See you then. Bye.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring where my heart can go a-journeying over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane? And in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music of the night? Wonderful music, faint as the will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as the moon, sad as a gypsy serenading the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there?
Up to mighty London came an Irishman one day. As the streets are paved with gold, sure everyone was gay, singing songs of Piccadilly, Strand and Leicester Square, till Paddy got excited, then he shouted to them there, it's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go, it's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. Paddy wrote a letter to his Irish Malio, saying, should you not receive it, write and let me know. If I make mistakes in spelling, Molly dear, said he, remember it's the pen that's bad, don't lay the blame on me. It's a long way to Tipperary,
Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in.
Just turn me loose, let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sky. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise.
I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences and gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. And I can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in. Just turn me loose, let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western skies.
On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences and gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. And I can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. No. Papa, don't you fence me in.